Hey everybody, Jim Haas with Blaze. Today I'm going to give you a quick overview of our built-in electric smoker. The Blaze electric smoker features 3 levels of cooking grates, one of which is constructed of this mesh material, really nice for delicate foods like seafood or vegetables. The other 2 cooking grates are a more traditional cooking grid. You can also add 2 more cooking grates in here as an option if you'd like. It's got a 304 stainless steel smoker box. Wood chips go in here, and then this is just going to slide right over the heating element. Full-length drip tray, and a heat-resistant vent hose and vent housing. I'll show you how to install this here in a little bit. Because this is a built-in unit as opposed to something that stands alone, some pre-planning is going to be required. First, you want to make sure that you get those cutouts correct, and we always recommend don't make any cuts until the product is on site. And then it's a pretty easy installation after that. It's going to slide into that cutout. It's going to set on any non-combustible surface. Usually cinder blocks or stepstones are going to be the most common thing. And it's just going to set right on that. There's nothing on the outside of this that attaches or screws into the face of the barbecue island itself. It's just going to butt up to the surface of the barbecue island. You're going to have about a 5/8 inch reveal around the face frame on this. Because this is outdoor use only, a GFCI protected outlet is required. 15 or 20 amp plug is going to work just fine. You also want to make sure you have enough room behind this unit to properly install the vent hose, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, we're looking at the back of the smoker. Now, before this gets slid into the cutout, you want to install the vent hose. Or if you have access from the sides or back and you can get to it, that'll work too. But really, you just attach the hose to this port on the back of the smoker, tighten it down with the provided hose clamp, and on the other side of this, somewhere on the outside of the island, whether it's the side or the top or the back, doesn't matter, just somewhere outside the island, you'll install the vent housing, which has another port that's going to stick in through to the inside of the island. Attach the hose and clamp to that on the other side. This is the 6-foot hose that comes standard with this. You can certainly shorten this down. We don't recommend using anything longer than this. But most importantly, once this is installed completely, you want to ensure there are no kinks in that hose. Keep the smoke moving and everything venting properly. Like with any outdoor cooking appliance, you really want to season or cure it before using it. So what we recommend is coat the entire inside, including the cooking grates, with a vegetable oil or vegetable spray. Close the door, turn it on, set it to about medium heat, and let it roll for about 4 hours. The last 45 minutes, put about 6 ounces, give or take, of wood chips in your smoker box. Carefully slide it over the heating element. And then with something like a foil pan, put about 1 inch, maybe 2 inches of water, set it on one of the cooking grates, close the door, let it run for another 45 minutes. After that, shut it down, let it cool off, and you are good to go. Okay, we have now confirmed that there are no kinks in our vent hose. We have confirmed that we are plugged into a GFCI protected outlet. We are properly installed into an outdoor barbecue island, and also have confirmed that we are at least 16 inches away from anything combustible in said island. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but very important clearance requirements. You want to be 16 inches away at least from anything combustible. We have seasoned and properly cured the inside of our smoker, and now we are ready to be the king or queen of our block party. So, with your smoker box filled to capacity with soaked wood chips, you can get up to about 24 hours of cook time on one batch of wood chips. Wood chips only, wood chunks don't work so well in this, so wood chips it is. Dry wood chips, you're going to be looking at 2 to 3 hours of smoke time, so they're going to burn through pretty quick. So soaked wood chips, what I always recommend. So fill that up Lots of flavors out there. There's mesquite, cherry, apple. I use mesquite quite a bit, but lots of flavors out there. Carefully slide the smoker box over the heating element. You really want to avoid getting any liquid or marinades on that heating element, and really shouldn't be too hard. This is very well protected. Close your door and preheat for, I'd say, at least 20 minutes. Get that good smoke and flavor and all that nice heat going in there. As far as cooking temperatures, if you want that real low and slow kind of deal, on your low setting you're going to be at an average of about 112 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium setting is an average of 185, and on the high setting you're looking at 235. And that's an average. That's kind of judging from right here in the center of the smoker. Just remember, the lower you are, the closer to that heating element, it will get a little bit warmer. Just something good to know. So while that's preheating, you're inside prepping your food with your award-winning homemade rubs and whatever you got in the cabinet. You're going to line the food on the cooking grates, single layers of food, space in between so everything gets that nice even heat and smoke. After preheating, you'll come out here, slide your racks of food in, and depending on the army that you're feeding, 1, 2, or 3 racks. And remember, you have the option to purchase 2 more cooking grates. And away you go. Always check the temperature of the finished product with a meat thermometer. Make sure you're at that proper temperature. And I always recommend, especially with meat, let it rest when you're done. I would recommend shutting this down, pulling everything out, putting it in a foil pan, covering it with aluminum foil, and then letting it rest. And while it's doing that, the meat is still soaking in those flavors and that smoke and that juicy goodness, and life is good and I'm getting hungry. And this thing isn't even on. Burgers, steaks, usually 10 minutes of resting will do the trick. Something bigger like a prime rib or a brisket, depending on the size of the cut, 45 minutes to an hour if you can hold out. All right. So yeah, you're good to go. There you have it, the Blz built-in electric smoker. I'm going to drop in some additional info at the end of this video, some warranty info, some measurements, cutout dimensions, cooking rack dimensions, things like that. The only other thing to mention is always take a look at the care and maintenance section of your manual. It's very important to keep these things maintained and cleaned and working at their best. If you've got any additional questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be happy to reply. As always, thank you for your time, and we will see you soon. Cheers.